Reese from the Point Music Podcast thingy with another episode. This time around we got Nathan and Matt from Atlas, regional Victoria heavy hitters. They've got a new single out in Comethazine. It's so good. There's got a wicked twist to the ending, which I couldn't stop raving about, and we talk about it in the whole episode. So yeah, it's not the whole episode of me raving on about the twist, but you'll get it. Anyway, have a listen. Enjoy. Ladies and gentlemen, people of all sorts, Nathan and Matt from Atlas. Rock and roll. Matt and Nathan from Atlas, how are we?
Good man, yourself?
Good.
I'm gonna sort of fake it compared to what I told you guys before. Yeah, I'm fabulous for a Wednesday. It's been awesome.
No way.
That's the way.
Well done on Comethazine. That's a fucking belter of a track. I do want to get into the twist that's in that just blew me away. And I think I very rarely get heavy bands on this, just so you know, on the podcast, because I interview all sorts and that, so it's nice to get some heavy stuff on here. I do come from a heavy background, just in case you were wondering. Even though I play in a reggae band and an alt rock band, I also my most
reggae's cool.
Metal. Yeah. Well,
we're for all sorts, man.
Man, listen to Skindred. It's reggae metal, and it's just the most epic shit you'll ever come across.
Yeah, man.
You should have heard our playlist on the tour. That got real weird.
Oh, that's always the best thing though. Like, I fall asleep to Deadmau5 on tour. That's my go-to.
Oh boy.
See? But anyway, back to Comethazine. Firstly, I just wanted to Google what Comethazine was actually about, and one of the first things that comes up is a Urban Dictionary definition of Comethazine. And it reads as such: a shit-ass rapper that is thirsty for Demi Lovato and gets no girls.
Yeah, we have had that question a few times of like, Comethazine, isn't that a rapper? Like,
I thought, yeah, and I just went, wow. I don't think that the line "Comethazine runs through my veins" is about a dirty ass rapper that is thirsty for Demi Lovato. Somehow,
no, not quite.
No, I'm assuming it's to do with the purple drink kind of thing.
Yeah. So basically, Comethazine is like the colloquial term for the mix of promethazine and codeine.
Yeah.
Which is like super common in cough syrups and like
anti-inflammatory, antihistamine.
Yeah, antihistamine stuff. So it's like the easiest way to get codeine over the counter.
Mm-hmm.
And just being that the song, like the nature of the lyrics of the song, we thought it was a pretty cool spin to get the point across without making it too obvious,
Well, it was a fucking killer hook that came at the end. That's blew me away, that one. Like I get a lot of heavy shit coming through, particularly from like Ophelia, who you work with at Big Mouth, and Pricey from Collision Course, and a lot of it is amazing, but also blends together, if that makes sense. And when this was sent through to me, and then like there's elements of electronic music that sneaks through, which I fucking love that sort of shit. When heavy bands meld that sort of electronica sort of influence coming through, like Northlane has been doing it for a few albums now, and there's not many others that do it in Australia. So when I heard you guys do it, I was mint. I love that shit.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
Oh, good.
Yeah, just like
the
throw a curveball.
The Japanese scene is killing it for that sort of stuff, like
Right.
Paydusk.
Okay.
Oh my god.
There's a lot of really cool like Japanese like metalcore sort of bands like coming out with that sort of stuff now, like really mixing electronica sort of with the metalcore sort of sound.
Right.
Yeah.
Crazy bastards, man. I've played with a Japanese punk band who did Simulated Seppuku on stage one time. That was fucking
that's hardcore.
That actually sounds like something I'd want to watch.
They were the loveliest guys too. But this is like going back, probably 2005. It was an old Brisbane venue that we played. And this was a metal band that I played with, not the reggae band, just so we're clear.
Yep.
Otherwise, that would have been weird. But yeah, they were like this full-on Japanese hardcore punk band, and yeah, the singer actually, I don't know how the fuck he got a katana in the country because they came straight over from Japan, but he did, and he just brought it out on stage and just simulated seppuku. Wow, all right. And they were the lovely guys. They were funny as they came and had a beer with us afterwards. We didn't understand a fucking word they were saying, but they were classic. They loved us.
It's all about the vibes, man.
Yeah. So, is this the fourth release that's coming out? Because I'm assuming this is an album that's coming with this, or is it an EP? Because they're all
you wanna take this one, Nathan?
So we've put out 3 songs.
3.
With me as a vocalist. So there's been Nazareth, Kotokushi, and now Comethazine.
Yep.
And we're sort of like just drip feeding each song as singles, as a lot of bands are doing nowadays.
Yep.
With streaming and all that sort of stuff becoming, the mainstream way that people are consuming music. So it's going to be compiled into an EP once the rest of the songs come out. So there's a few more songs to come out, and it'll all just be put together into an EP, basically, about halfway through this year.
Tidy.
Yeah.
What do you think about this whole drip feed thing, man? Because a lot of people still have trouble understanding the concept. Like, why don't you just drop the fucking album? But I think they miss the fact that it keeps people hooked as to what you're bringing out next.
Exactly right, man. It's like today's climate. Yeah, like I know myself. I'll get halfway through listening to an album. It could be a killer album, and I'll just be getting distracted.
Yep.
Like it's not that it's not good.
No, it's the attention span's gone.
The attention span just doesn't exist. That's why TikTok's so big. 30-second, 1 minute videos.
I know. They've gone to 10 minutes now.
For.
They've gone to 10 minutes.
Oh. I'll never get Borthy off it now.
No, never.
Nah.
Man, I'm a straight up addict. But yeah, like
same.
Yeah, we just put so much like time and effort and like heart into this that we want it to get the attention we feel it deserves.
Yeah.
And we think the best way to do that is through singles and just, as soon as we start sort of fading back into the background, bam, here's something else. Look at us. Pay attention.
Are you going to be doing a film clip for every single though? Because that can be a pretty expensive exercise.
So
yeah,
we didn't do one for Kotokushi.
Yep.
And I think we've got 2 left to do.
Oof.
There's three singles left and
Yep.
2 music videos. So yeah, we're really putting our hearts in our sleeves on this one, and
Definitely.
This is like the big push of we feel that we're ready to take it to the next step, and we're happy to be pushing for that.
So, Nathan, you mentioned before, this is, I don't know the history of the band. That I didn't have a chance to actually go and do a deep dive into it, but I know I actually have listened to the back catalogue while at the gym, basically, and it's fucking good workout music, by the way. Yeah, it gets you angry. It's good. But you were saying that these are the first ones you've been singing on. Was that correct?
Yeah, it is. I joined the bands about halfway through last year.
Mm-hmm.
They've had 2 previous vocalists before, so this is the first one I've been on. So yeah, it's good to have my voice on it and everything, and I don't know, both you can probably speak a bit more on the evolution of the band and all that sort of thing.
Yeah, we don't have to get into politics about it or anything like that.
I wasn't really there for it or anything, but yeah.
There's nothing even really political about it. It was never a kick out thing. It was always them stepping away for their own personal reasons, and no beef for that with anyone. But I think we've found the perfect fit. Yeah, Nathan's voice fits what we want to do so perfectly, and he fits us as people so perfectly too. So couldn't be happier.
Yeah, Nathan's got like, mate, you've got this whole Burton C. Bell thing going on there, because I'm like an old school Fear Factory fan. You've been able to shift between that whole like growl and Cookie Monster sort of stuff, and then basically straight into your clear. But in your clean has that Burton C. Bell kind of vibe to it, which is, man, not many bands are doing that.
Fun fact: the cleans on the end of Comethazine are actually our main man here,
Oh,
Blothy.
nice,
Yeah,
Matt.
yeah, yeah. So I do cleans, but like we just haven't really incorporated it into this release. But future releases, we're going to be really experimenting a lot more with uh, everyone's cleans, basically,
Yeah,
and that
man.
sort of thing. Yeah,
That was
it just made a lot more sense from the music video sense, like the
yeah.
storytelling, to have
Okay.
Nathan take it.
Yeah.
But yeah, just about every clean that's in our backlog has been me. So
Wow, I wouldn't actually. It was actually tied together that well. I wasn't fooled by it being a separate vocalist. I actually thought it was Nathan doing
that's
it.
awesome. Yeah, tricked ya.
Yeah, totally.
yeah.
So, okay, I do want to explain like the twist ending to this because, like I said, I get a lot of heavy music sent to me and I have to listen to it, and then you know when the breakdown's coming and you just go, yeah, waiting for it. And I got given the heads up that there was something different with this, and then when that breakdown, you had that big pause, and then the breakdown hits, and I was waiting for this kind of thing, and all of a sudden that clean vocal comes in. It sounded like an off cut, like a off take of like a Nirvana like thing. It's just this weird grungy sort of like something in the way kind of like vocal tone just came. I was like, what the fuck? This is wicked. Like you managed to meld the heaviest and grossestly dirty breakdowns with this clean grunge vocal that would fit anywhere in a 90s back catalogue. So kudos, man. That was, it had me floored. So well done.
Yeah, appreciate it, man.
Thanks, man. That was the goal. Just that's like you want to listen to music that you expect, like when the big breakdown to just be like big massive low pig squeal or something, something stupid. But it's every band does that these days.
Yeah, it's
and
kind of
like
predictable.
Not that that's a bad thing, because it's
not
still
that it isn't.
It's still sick.
But like we just wanted to do something different for that one, that big last one, and
Yeah.
it works so well.
To me, like a breakdown in heavy music is much like waiting for the drop in dance music, and it's kind of like, oh, here comes the drop. Yeah, cool. All right, sweet.
Yeah,
There's a breakdown. Sick. It's gonna be like, yeah, and then all of a sudden this comes in. It's like, they get it. Let's do something different and go with it. And then,
We're definitely not the first band to do that ever. But like a lot of people are just like blown away with how heavy the actual breakdown is.
Oh, it's dirty.
Singing over it.
We're pretty huge sweats of Sabella out of the US, and they mix in that clean song with the dumb heavy. So we definitely took some inspiration from that. But I'm just glad that it was well received, because some things that come left from field, they can be not done often for a reason. People have seemed to really attach themselves to that breakdown, which is sick.
So what went into the writing process of this song? I don't like doing generic questions, but I'm actually interested in what went into this actual.
Yeah, so we actually started with that breakdown.
Backwards.
Yeah, 100%. And then had the lyrics of that all written up, and I was like, how can I build a story around this part? And drew it from some pretty personal experiences and came up with the lyrics for Comethazine. And I don't know if you've read into it much at all, but it's basically drawing the comparisons between being stuck in a toxic or abusive relationship.
Yeah, I did read that.
And struggling with a drug addiction, and knowing that they're both awful for you, that it's going to end badly, but the good times in your own mind sort of outweigh the bad until it doesn't, and then you realize too late that you're just damaging yourself, sort of thing.
So from that, I also gathered that you're the chief songwriter for Atlas.
I am not.
You're not?
This is the first song that I've properly put my lyrics down on.
Wow, because that was getting off some serious Stevic from like 12 Foot Ninja vibes. You describing all that. I was like, holy shit! All right, here we go again. Like I love Stevic, by the way. I love 12 Foot Ninja. I think they're amazing.
Massive fan.
Yeah,
100%.
Yeah, I think we sort of share the songwriting
good
between everyone.
Yeah,
that's sort of how this band works. Which a lot of bands don't work like that, I don't think. But
no.
yeah.
Yeah, man. If you got a story to tell, like we'll give you the platform. You tell it. You know.
Awesome. We did talk off air about the actual name and how confusing some people might think it is because it's Atlas with a V in it. But like my interpretation of it, and you guys actually said I was right on the money there, is because of SEO. Basically, when you're searching for something, because Atlas is actually quite a common name. Yeah, I don't know where I was going with that.
It's just easier to find us, like just Atlas with a V. Just type it in, we're the first thing to come up,
Yeah, the
plus
only downside of it. Yeah, the only downside of it is that if you scroll a little bit further, it just comes up with like ATLVS. So like it just comes up with like NFL tables and stuff. But
that's kind of interesting. Maybe you should work that in somehow.
Yeah.
Or come out wearing like NFL jerseys or something like that.
Oh, yeah.
Sure Fitzy.
Our guitarist Fitzy has a Cardinals jersey because it's Fitzgerald on the back already, so he's all over that one.
Yeah, they're also comfortable wearing stage. I usually wear one in my alt rock band thing anyway, because it's just, you sweat and it's just comfortable.
They're beautiful.
What I meant to say with one of the bands I'm in is called Mules, and it's got 2 U's in it, mainly because if you Google Mules without the U in it, you get some weird. You can go down some pretty gross rabbit holes.
I imagine so.
That was not what, but SEO was the other thing. But yeah, we're just trying to get away from that sort of stuff. But yeah, I completely understand as to why instead of it being ATLVS. Cool.
It's just another talking point as well. People are always like, "How do you say it?" Blah blah blah. They want to ask and stuff. So
there is another heavy band in Australia that actually has a V in their name too.
Yeah, they've just changed it. That was Outsider, and they've just converted it to a U.
Right.
So we lost a good one, boys. The V bands are slowly dwindling.
Hey, look, I remember the late 90s and everything started with a K when it was supposed to be a C. So basically, same shit, different smell.
Exactly right.
You guys got to work with Alpha Wolf on the production of this. What's his name? Scottie. How was that?
Easy.
He's
just a legend. I was in a band with him a few years before he joined Alpha Wolf.
Right.
So I've known Scottie for a long, long time. And I know the boys were already working with him before I had joined the band as well. So it was just a happy coincidence that, got to go in and work with him. He's just a genius with what he does with this sort of music.
Straight up.
And like,
he just like walks the line between like being chill but also pushing to get the best that he knows you've got out so well. Like I highly recommend anyone, Melbourne based, if you're looking to take your production to the next step, Scottie's your man, especially in our sort of scene.
Yeah.
He's just the go-to guy.
I think there's been a few articles that come through to me that he's had his name stamped on it. I can't for the life of me think of the bands that he's been working with of late. But
he just did Mirror's album.
Yeah. Wasn't that one?
Gravemind he's done.
Yep. Wow.
And it's so sick. You walk into his studio and he's just got a wall of vinyl that he has produced. It's so cool.
So, to be honest with you, I would say there's a battle between Brisbane, Queensland, and Victoria with the heavyweights of heavy music at the moment, because Victoria's been churning out some fucking epic shit.
Well, there's
man.
so many good bands
Victoria's
coming out of here right now.
But so is Brisbane as well. So
dude,
Oh,
Brisbane, Dissect,
Dissect.
and Dead Nerve. Oh my god. Those two bands, we played with them when we came up to Brizzy. They're just the most genuine dudes, and my god, their riffs. I was standing back in awe. I was like, man, I don't know if I even want to play after these guys. Like, they are nuts.
Oh, I love that feeling. But yeah, I must swear you would have killed it afterwards, though.
Yeah, it was a fun show.
Yeah,
it was good.
It's always like the whole like competitive thing, like backslaps, and you just go, we just fucking owned that. But yeah,
I don't know about that.
Not to take anything away from those boys at all. They are, just genuine dudes and fantastic at what they're doing.
So you guys are regional Victoria, right? Whereabouts?
The rest of the guys are from Gippsland area.
Okay.
I'm from Melbourne, so it's a bit of a trek to go practice and stuff.
Oh yeah, what's that?
But,
how many hours?
A couple of hours, 2 hours, 2 and a bit.
Dedication.
So, yeah. I think your previous vocalist was from here as well, and was the first one from around you guys?
Yeah, first one I went to school with. Like, I was in a band with him when I was 16 or so. And then, Mitch, our last vocalist, was from, what was it? Not Ballarat. The other one.
Bendigo. I don't know. I'm just going with B names.
Help me out here, Nathan.
I don't know where he was at the time when he was.
Yeah. Shepparton.
Oh, he's a Shep boy.
Yeah, so that was like a full trek for him.
I reckon.
Yeah. And then, they picked me up. So but I'm not moving from here. I like it here. So we're just doing the trek.
Well, you guys have only just had life breathed back into your scene too, after
100%.
basically 2 years of nothing. So, have you done a home show yet?
We've played a few in Melbourne in between lockdowns. We were lucky to squeeze a few in. 50% capacity shows, but still just... Oh, even so, man, it was just nice to be up there.
Yeah.
We played our headliner in December. That was... I think that was full capacity.
That was.
So that was
a sold-out show? I think that was.
We sold that one out.
Yeah.
At the Evelyn.
Yep.
And then we were just on tour in February, and we did one in Melbourne.
And the Traralgon one with Maris.
And we did one in Traralgon was that in February? Was that January?
I think that was January. But that show was nuts because our guitarist Steve is from Traralgon. Yep. I'm from 20 minutes from there, and the other two are 40 minutes from Traralgon. So it's like a proper hometown show.
Yeah.
And in like the local nightclub that is huge. And the crowd that we had there, that was probably the biggest crowd we've played to so far. And it was in our backyards. Like, it was just so cool.
That's a good feeling, though.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that was sold out, that one as well. Mirrors sold that one out because I was headlining. Yeah. That was a good show.
When was the last time you were up here then? Because you said you played Brisbane. When was that?
That was last month.
Oh, so it was in February. What did you play, like Bright Side or some shit? Or
we played King Lear's Throne.
Oh, so wow.
Yeah.
That was so much fun.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That would have been tiny and packed, man.
Yeah. It was good times.
Me and Borthy weren't even on the stage. Like, Borthy's on the ground with his microphone to the side, and I was just, into the crowd and stuff. And
I'm just there trying to play, just like kicking people away from me so they don't knock over my mic.
Yeah.
That's such an interesting venue.
Well,
it was pretty wild.
All the hats on the roof.
Yeah, I played King Lear's literally the weekend before the first lockdown in 2020. Only because like the band I was in was supposed to play a festival in Brisbane, and that got canned straight away because of like all the fear and shit. And King Lear's was like, quick, we'll just put together like a 4-band lineup, and I'd never played that before. And this was before they had that stage that you guys would have played on. They didn't have that then. It was just a tiny thing in the corner opposite the bar, and we couldn't even plug in our synth because it was just basically raw as fuck. But it was fun as shit, and just
right. It was big DIY vibes.
Oh,
but
very.
Like once we sort of got up there and we sort of walked in and we're like, oh, like this is what we're used to, kind of thing.
Yep.
But man, once we saw how nuts the crowd was going for the opening band, it's like, yeah, fuck it, we're gonna make this our own sort of thing,
I'm glad that's
you're gonna make the most of what you're given.
You guys should have tried to book a show up here too on the sunny coast.
That is on the books.
100%. That's on the books.
For the next one,
talk to 11 Dive Bar, man. That'll be right up your alley.
That's actually Clabs was talking to me. Our drummer was talking to me about that today, and he mentioned 11.
Well, the drummer in my band is the owner of the venue, so.
Oh, cool! Yeah.
Not to name drop or anything.
yeah. That's definitely on the cards.
Talk to me after this podcast, and I'll yeah.
Oh,
yeah, we may have something once the final single drops.
Yeah.
We may be heading back your way not long after that, but that's still all in the works at the moment. So yeah.
Dope as, man. I want to go back to the whole like bits of elements of electronica sort of bleeding into the actual heavy sound. So is there any kind of influence that brings that in? Is it just natural for you guys just to go, you know what, I love this and that, and just go merge it together? Or was it more to do with Scottie's influence coming in as well? Or... Okay.
Yeah, we had like rough demos ready for him, obviously. Like it wasn't a studio written EP or anything, but Scottie really took it and molded it and refined it, and I'm a huge EDM man. Like I froth my hard style drum and bass, all that sort of stuff. But it was Scottie's vision that really got it all to where it is now.
Yeah, I love a bit of drum and bass. I actually did a remix of my EP because we can't play at the moment because of vaccine mandates and shit like that. Certain members, it doesn't matter, personal choice, whatever. So I got bored and did a remix and made like some of the songs drum and bass and like full house and that sort of stuff. And I love how other bands can actually melt. Like I said, that Northlane remix fucking thing that came out last year just blew my mind. And then you realize that they're actually incorporating heavy like electronic music more and more into their actual live sound and proper songs now. So I'm actually really appreciative of that sort of shit. So I'm assuming, do you guys play with backing tracks then, or?
Absolutely. Yeah.
How's that feel?
Honestly, really nice. There's nothing more satisfying than going into a breakdown and feeling the stage you're standing on shaking from like the bass drops and stuff going in the background.
Yep.
And just watching people's faces just screw up from like that.
Yeah.
That sound, And
where's it coming from? I don't know.
Yeah.
Who's doing that?
It's got to be a key. There's a keyboardist there. What?
I mean,
welcome to the future.
Yeah.
Once upon a time, backing tracks are kind of like a frowned on thing, I guess.
Yeah, a little bit.
But they're so common now.
So many bands do it.
Pretty much every band in our scene.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Every band in our sort of like music does it as well.
Yeah. Drummers on click. Wow.
Yep. Yeah. We're not throwing in like any lyrics or any vocals or any like main instrument parts or anything. It really is just like an ambience kind of thing there for the backing. So like we're definitely, what you're seeing is what you're getting with us, but without that sort of backfill thing,
does feel a bit empty.
Yeah, 100%.
Certain parts, definitely. Like we all run in ears as well, so like with clicks and stuff. So we're all like, because with our sort of music, you got to sort of definitely be like on point and stuff. Like so, Yeah.
Definitely. All right, we're getting to the half-hour mark, so I'll wrap things up now because this has been a wicked chat, and I really appreciate both of you guys coming on for this one. So
Yeah, man, it's been dope to chat.
Yeah, 100%.
Comethazine is just thank you for breathing some new life into some heavy shit for me to listen to. I really appreciate it. So
We
We
appreciate you
appreciate the
listening.
feedback, man.
all good. This will go up live tonight, because you're not live right now. Thank fuck.
Yep.
And I'll link the track in the description below as well. Ladies and gentlemen, Nathan and Matt from Atlas.
Thank you for having us, man.
All
Cheers.
good.
Thanks, bro.
Hang on the line there, I'll have a chat to you. Thank you for tuning in, and big shout out to Nathan and Matt from Atlas for joining in on that podcast. That was so good. Keep an eye out for them if they're coming up this way, and also go check out Comethazine and the other tracks on that upcoming EP. I'll link it in below. More episodes to come, and thank you for listening to local music, live music, Australian music, or music of all sorts. You guys are legends. Cheers.